my loves, what is up and welcome back to the Hair by Kait YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be styling a mannequin that I have recently colored so you guys can see what I've been working on lately, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. One thing I do want to mention before we go ahead and get started is that I do still have a few Hair by Kait shirts available. I'm wearing the crop right now, and we also have a full-length t-shirt, and both are super cute and super duper comfy. So if you want to snag one for yourself, just check out my Instagram handle in the description box down below. Just DM me on Instagram and I will gladly ship one to you so we can be twinsies. So I'm like super hunched down to get on her level so we can both be in the shot. I just recently did this mannequin at my very last Faction 8 class, and the way that these classes work is I have half of the mannequin prepped and I do the other half in a demo right while I'm in the class. So then I take her home and then I rinse her out and can finish styling her at home, but that way they can see how the color is going to look without having to actually wait for the processing and me shampooing and drying and all of that. So this was the side that I had prepped before, and this is the side that I did in the class. So same formula and everything, but obviously this side has not been styled. The side that has been styled already, she was rolling all around in the back seat of my car, so she can just use a little refresh all over. She is dry already, so I'm just going to be taking my inch Babyliss curling iron, which I will link down below if you guys need an amazing curling iron, just to give her some loose waves and show off her shadow root and her color melt. So the last class that I did was an intro to Faction 8 class, which means that I went to a salon and I taught them all of the basics of using Pulp Riot's permanent color line Faction 8. I really wanted to demo how our Faction 8 colors look on their own at this class, so I did just a super simple color melt. This was not like a heavy technique based class. It was really just to give them the ins and outs of how to use Pulp's permanent color line and make sure that they felt comfortable using it on their clients. So we went through and talked about, you know, how to mix Faction 8, processing times, all of the different color families and things like that. And then for our hands-on portion, I did do just a very simple color melt because I wanted to let the colors speak for themselves. So for our base color, I used 5.5, which is a level 5 red violet. You can always add boosters into the red violets to really amp it up and give it more of a red tone or more of a violet tone. But again, I wanted to let our colors really speak for themselves, so I just did straight 5.5 with 10 volume. And to melt into the roots and ends, I used straight 7.66, which is a level 7 double red. The double red line is amazing for getting a really vibrant red tone without having to worry about it not lasting quite as long as a semi-permanent might last. It ended up being a super duper fun class, and I really think all of the stylists learned a lot and felt very comfortable using Faction 8 on themselves and on their clients. If you're looking for hair education, whether it be with Pulp Riot or Olaplex or even more of a technique-based educational experience, check out the links down below. I always post the link for my upcoming educational events, whether they are live or in person, and you can also find all of my existing courses and classes available for sale on my website, which is hairbykait.com. So I'm just doing a super quick and simple wave on Olivia today. I needed to get her prepped so I can take some photos of her hair, and I figured why not share it on the channel so you guys can kind of see just what I've been up to and a little bit of how I get my mannequins ready for photos. After we finish getting her styled, I'm going to take her outside and get some photos, which I'll be posting on my Instagram later. So if you want to see how these photos actually come out, just make sure you're following me on Insta, which I will post in that little description box as well. Now I'm really only focusing on waving this right side of her head because the other side I've already waved before, so I really just wanted to kind of refresh everything and get it looking a little more cohesive than it did look. There is just a tiny bit on this side that's come a little too loose, so I'm just going to go back over those pieces that have really kind of fallen out, where the curls have fallen out, and just make it look like she's super duper fresh. Now that she's waved all over, I'm going to just run my fingers through her hair with a little bit of Olaplex number 6 and Olaplex number 7. These are my two favorite products for dry styling or combing out curls because they really help make the hair so shiny and so smooth and just break up the curls really, really nicely without weighing them down. If you guys need to grab these for yourself, I will also have a link down below where you can order them directly and incorporate them into either your or your client's styling routines. Before we go outside and do photos, I think I will grab a hairbrush and just brush her curls out a little bit more so they're not super, super tight and they're just a little, you know, kind of like a little bent, a little tousled and textured without being too curly. But this side is definitely a little looser than this side is, so I want to brush these out and loosen up these curls and make them match this side a little bit better before we take our photos. Thanks for hanging out with me and Olivia while we did a quick and super easy mannequin hairstyle. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments and I will be happy to help you where I can. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!